Hey everybody, I wanted to repost this video. It's over at Campbell's Coins and YouTube. Mike sent me this review that he did of, basically the Silvershield story. I've been so personally involved in, the story that I really rarely get the chance to kind of step back and go, wow, look at where I've been, what I've done, and where we're going. And I thought this was a good primer from the guy not saying all this stuff, but from an outside observer on what he saw. And the meaning and the significance and the potential huge value Silvershield can provide for silver stackers in general, but for humanity when we take it out to the broadest perspective. So if you like this, please go over to Campbell's Coins. I'll put the link in the description box below, but enjoy. Thank you.
People went insane over the 2019 Enhanced Reverse Proof American Silver Eagle, the lowest minted American Silver Eagle ever, with just under 30,000 minted. But did you know that there are other very finely made silver products privately minted out there with exceptional quality and mintage numbers in just the hundreds? Today I'm going to go over Silvershield products and the history that Duane created, and I'm going to tell you why you should be collecting these as well. Coming up. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Campbell's Coins. Got a great one for you today. We're going to go over Silvershield products. Now before I get started, I just want to say that I am not endorsed by Silvershield or affiliated in any manner. Any Silvershield product I've purchased out of my own pocket. These are my opinions and mine alone. Now let's get into it. I'm starting off a new segment called Mint of the Month. I pick a mint, whether private or government, and do a small feature on the silver and gold they produce. This is the first episode of many where I highlight a specific mint and the coins that mint produces. So stay tuned because today we are diving into Silvershield. I can't dive into Silvershield without talking about Duane first, because his message is often etched, most of the time quite literally, into each product he creates. Duane is the creator of Silvershield. In 2005, Chris literally bet his house on the promise he saw in silver. He sold his house and put it all down in physical silver. In 2005, silver was only $7 an ounce. He saw the housing market signs and felt we were in a huge housing bubble. As you can probably guess, due to the high price silver reached in 2011, that bet paid off fairly big for him. In 2012, Chris created the YouTube channel The Greatest Truth Never Told, where he discusses why silver should be your financial shield and the reasons for it. The elites, banks, politicians, taxes, market forces, the military-industrial complex, manipulation, supply, and hope woven into a masterful display. He gives the financial, historical, political, geological, mathematical, legal, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual reasons why you should be buying physical silver and why it is the cure to the global generation debt-based fiat Ponzi scheme. What is very interesting to note, there is a clear evolution in Chris's work, and one can see this on his YouTube channel and in his silver rounds. From 2012 to 2020, there is a storytelling of the causes for debt and death and how we got to where we are today. That eventually morphs to how to cure it and how to help others. The unwavering underlying message throughout this whole journey is one simple word: silver. I could go deeper into this channel, but for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to say you should check it out on YouTube and subscribe. Doubling down on his message, a little later in 2012, Chris and a few other individuals created Silvershield Silver Bullet. This is the very first round they ever released. I'll try to capture all of this. So this is a Silvershield Silver Bullet round. And you can see, come on now, on the reverse, it's Silver Bullet, Silvershield. And that was their logo at the time. And the main motto was a conscious solution to collectivist problems. Listen to all, follow none. And right here at the tip of this is 2012. But this is the very first silver round they put out, and that says, "In debt and death they trust." The baseline message was a very simple one. Silver is your salvation to the debt and death paradigm. In 2013, the name was changed to just Silvershield. Chris had a falling out with one of his partners because they were stealing from him as well as other people, and he decided to make a clean break. And with the help of the Golden State Mint, Chris was able to continue his work and sell new designs. For those not familiar with Silvershield and the products created, Chris creates 4 silver coin / bar designs each week and releases it for 1 week only. I'm going to show you the different items I have while we talk. There are typically 4 new and different silver designs every single week. 2 new proofs and 2 BU rounds. 1 proof and 1 BU round is available on the non-member site, Golden State Mint. These are called the mini mintage pieces, and 1 proof and 1 BU round is available on the member site. These are called the micro mintage pieces. These are all released on different days. I've included a link in my description to sign up for the members website in case you're interested, but fair warning, you will have to pay to be a part of that group. A design is put out and pre-orders are taken for that week on a particular design. Then the design is taken down, minted, and shipped out about a month later. Never to be minted ever again. You heard me right. He doesn't mint that design in the same weight and the same finish ever again. He will recreate popular designs, but the round weight will change or the finish will change. And I have a variety of products in front of you. Here we have a bunch of boxes and then coins that are in capsules. Here is a BU round that just has a COA. And I just want to show you what I meant with some of this. So I have a lot of the Death of the Dollar. Come on, focus. So I have a lot of these, and all this is a series. It's not the same. But if we look at, so this is a Silvershield group members only piece, Death of the Dollar series, and it's number 5 of the series. This is the COA, obviously. This one's called Debt Slave. It's a 2017 1 troy ounce silver proof medallion, and it is number 134 out of 830. It has the name of it over here, and this is made of a really thick cardstock. Behind that is a little styrofoam piece that covers up the proof. This is the proof of Debt Slave. It has extremely deep mirrors, very sharp strikes, and lots of detail. So they will put this out. For instance, this one went out on the members website. They will put this out for 1 week, and they'll take orders for this one. Once the time has passed for that week, they take this design down, they mint it, and they ship it out. They do the same thing with, on the non-member site, Golden State Mint. They'll put out a proof round or a BU round for 1 week. They mint it, and then they ship it out based on how many orders were submitted. So for this particular one, only 830 orders for the Debt Slave proof version. And then about a couple weeks later, sometimes a couple months later, he will release a BU version of that same design. So this is the BU version. And it has a 2017 date on it. And I bought this secondary market, so I don't have the COA. The person didn't have it. And for a BU, it has an extremely mirror-like finish. As you can kind of see, you can see my thumbs very clearly in it. But this is not a proof. This is their BU. And you also notice like a giant milk spot stain right at the top here. And that's one of the downsides to the BUs. So while they do make very limited mintages of all these designs, the biggest downside, and I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit here, is that the BUs tend to get milk spots. I have never ever seen milk spots on any of their proofs. Their proofs are absolutely flawless and have remained so. It's their BUs that, for whatever reason, their process, milk spots form. Here is another BU. So this one is, like I said, I have a lot of the Death of the Dollar series. It's just because this one is Death of the Dollar. This is number 20 in the series. So he has a ton of series of Death of the Dollar. And also, so this is the 2017 reverse. Let's focus. And it was about that time that they switched over to this design for the reverse. And this is a BU. And you can see it's 2019. And it is, this one is a BU, as I said before. And this is Starve the Beast. Of course, that's Putin. So this is not, it doesn't have those mirrors that we saw on that last coin, nor on the proof version, but he does have a proof version of this. So as I'd mentioned before, he will release the proof version, and then a couple months later, he'll release the BU version. This happens to be the BU version of Starve the Beast, and all BUs come with a COA. They won't come in a box like this, but they will come in a sleeve. And this one is 2019 Starve the Beast, 1 troy ounce silver, brilliant, uncirculated, and it is number 1698 out of 2536. So you notice that there is a huge change in the BUs in terms of mintage compared to the proofs. There's also a reason for that. The proofs are about double the price of the BUs. So, for example, if this 1 ounce proof was originally released in 2016, he might re-release the same design in 2019, but as a 2 ounce proof or as a 5 ounce proof. But he will never make it again as a 1 ounce proof of this particular design. All of his designs have extremely low mintages. I mean, as you saw, this one was 134 out of 830, so there's only 830 of these that exist out there. The BU versions, some of those can have extremely low mintages. The one that I just shown you, the Star of the Beast, that one has probably the higher mintage that you'll see out there. And 2,500 is actually extremely low. If you were to compare that to a government mint, if there was a 2,500 mintage coin out there or bar, people would be all over that thing and the prices of them would skyrocket. These are just BU rounds that cost 20 bucks an ounce, and they have a very high collectability to them. Now, also staying on this topic, since this is a members only piece, I want to also mention another caveat there, and this is not to speak ill of Silvershield. The rounds that you can purchase off of the members site, they take a little bit longer to get to you versus off of the non-member site from Golden State Mint. As far as I know, and as much research as I've done, Golden State Mint produces the proofs and the BUs for the members and the non-member site. However, when you buy off of the non-member site from Golden State Mint directly, those items arrive to you within a month. If you were to buy off of his members website, it's about 2 to 3 months after that order. So how low are these mintages? Most of his proof rounds on average have mintage numbers less than 800. I would actually argue that it's probably around 400. The BU coins on average less than 1200 minted. All these rounds, whether proof or BU, come with a numbered COA that looks similar to this, and I really do apologize that all of my examples happen to be the Death of the Dollar series. This one happens to be number 15 in the series. Let me see if I can find... so here is a different one. This is part of the Infocom series, number 7. This is the 2019 In-Q-Tel. It's a 1 ounce proof medallion. It's number 371 out of 1100. And this is the mini mintage, so this came from the Golden State Mint's website. And this is what that looks like. And on this octopus we have different company names that have contributed to privacy violations within the US. And these are all companies that are kind of propped up by the CIA. We have Oracle, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, PayPal, all sorts of things. And it's all part of this program headed up by the CIA to gather information on our US citizens. The proofs, on the other hand, come in a much better presentation than the BUs. So the proofs arrive in a box like this. It's made with very thick cardstock, and they all say, if my thing will focus here, Silvershield. When you open it up, there is a little piece of styrofoam that covers the coin, and then the numbered COA is inside here. So this one happens to be number 15 of the Silvershield Mini Mintage Death of the Dollar series. It's the 2019 Fiat Nevermore 2 troy ounces silver proof medallion. And getting to the low mintages, this is number 142 out of 352. I've seen mintages for some proofs in the low hundreds. And this being a 2 ounce round, he had already released the 1 ounce version proof and the BU version years ago. He's just re-releasing the design, but he doesn't do it in the same weight. He'll change the weight to a 2 ounce, and then he might release it as a 5 ounce. We don't know. This is kind of all up to him, and if he decides to recreate some popular designs and release them. So this coin sits in this little velvet cutout here. The coin itself is encapsulated in plastic, so it's not sitting in there raw. Can't get scratched up except for getting scratches on the case. I could knock this out. Okay, so this is now out. And then here is the back. The back is also proof. And this is the current design of the back. Tells you that it's Silvershield. Very intricate design within here. 2 troy ounces. This is the 2019 version. And then of course, 3/9 fine, pure silver. He's got some stunning designs going back the better part of 8 years. If you're looking to see all the previous releases of Silvershield products, there is one guy, I think his name is John, and he has painstakingly pieced these all together with mintages and information about each round. That website is called silvershieldguide.com. You can purchase a guide to Silvershield product information here. I had a link in the description. See all the designs released since the beginning, including the year of the release, the mintage number, and the information on what inspired Chris to create that round. So why did Chris start making these silver rounds? Besides getting his message out there and making money, Chris saw potential with limited mintage products. He saw the coins offered by government mints produced in the millions year after year with near zero change to them besides a date. On top of all that, from an investment standpoint, these coins never went up much in value unless the price of silver increased. I understand that's not the case with all bullion put out by a particular mint, but it is true for standard BU versions any mint puts out, like the American Silver Eagle, the Canadian Maple Leaf, the Perth Kangaroo, the Austrian Philharmonic, Mexican Libertad. That is not the case with Chris's Silvershield products. These all command huge premiums after the release due to their collectability, low mintages, and amazing designs. These all command huge premiums due to their collectability after they're released, their low mintages, and their amazing designs. You don't have to believe me. Check the sold products on eBay. The proofs often sell for an average of $70 an ounce, while BU versions are typically selling for around $35 an ounce. These prices dramatically go up if it's an extremely limited mintage and a collectible item. I've seen BU 1 ounce rounds go for hundreds of dollars. 1 ounce proof selling for $350. When the pieces are up on Golden State Mint's website for a week, the 1 ounce BU versions sell for around $20 an ounce, which is around the price one can buy any government minted bullion coin for. And the 1 ounce proof versions sell for around $40 an ounce. The appeal with affordable Silvershield BU versions is having your investment grow. Buy a BU American Silver Eagle and buy a BU Silvershield mini mintage piece. Look to see which rises in value quicker for the same 1 ounce of silver. That being said, I do need to throw in a caveat. So here is some more BU rounds, and my caveat is coming. This is a BU round, believe it or not. And you can faintly make out right here some milk spots. So this one's called In Debt and Death They Still Trust. I promise you I'll show you some different designs over the Debt and Death series. This is 2017. This one is a 2019 called Make Love. And thankfully this one has not milk spotted yet. And then here's another one. This is Keep Calm and Slave On. And on the back is a different design. and he calls for the legalization of cannabis. And you can kind of see on the behind the maple leaf, or excuse me, behind the marijuana leaf, you see the maple leaf that we often see on the Canadian maple leaf coins. And it says 999 fine silver 1 ounce, legalize nature. Now this particular one has not milk spotted yet, but I do have the same coin. I have multiples of this coin that have had milk spots. So going back to my little caveats. Yes, I think buying Silvershield BU rounds are a good investment, but you do have to have the understanding that there is a pretty good chance that they will milk spot on you. So if you're expecting to, it's kind of like you buy a bunch and hope that a few don't, and then you keep the ones that are milk spotted, and they still command $20, $21 an ounce, even with the milk spots on them. If you were to sell a non-milk spot one, I've sold this Make Love round. Fantastic. I've sold this Make Love round repeatedly for 30 bucks. No milk spots, comes with the COA. Now I don't know what blanks the Golden State Mint uses, but I feel for the premium paid, it's silly for them to milk spot. Thankfully, none of the proof coins have, at least none of mine, and I have dozens of them, none of them have any sort of milk spotting on them. They are pristine, and I mean, just look at that. That is such a cameo contrast. It's like an ultra cameo contrast with deep mirror fields. These coins are so cool, and when you think about how low the mintage number is, it is insane when you're going to go spend the same amount for, let's say, a Perth Mint coin. I've seen a lot of limited edition Perth Mint mini quote-unquote releases where they're 5,000 mintage, proof bar or proof coin, and they go for 70 bucks an ounce. They come with the COA, come with a box and everything. These are the same exact thing. These are silver, very nicely struck, incredible designs, and very, very low mintages in the hundreds. Now, Chris, if you're watching this video, please do something about your BU rounds milk spotting. Get a different blank. I don't know what they use, but it is just terrible. And if your coins never milk spotted, if your BU coins never milk spotted, that would just be amazing. Alright, I hope you liked this video. Tell me, what are your thoughts on the Silvershield products? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Let me know. You know where to put them in the comments below. Thanks for watching Campbell's Coins, and that's my 2 cents.
Where do you put your money? What's the #1 conviction trade right now for you, 2020?
Silver.
Silver?
Silver?
Yeah.
Why not gold?
Because when you look at the relative values of silver and gold, silver today is about, let's say, 65% below its prior peak. Gold is getting very close to its prior peak.
Could it go exponential like we're seeing in some of the non-precious metals?
I think there's a high probability of that. I would call monetary policy a policy of bubble to bubble. For instance, to save the economy after the stock market crash, right, the Fed cut rates and overinflated commercial real estate, and then we had to bail out the banks with the Resolution Trust Corporation. So then once things calmed down again, investors no longer thought that commercial real estate was safe, and they inflated the internet bubble to the wealth effect to keep the economy going. And then of course it went bust, and so then people didn't feel safe in stocks, so they started buying homes. And we played that out, and it bust. And so my attitude is, when you look at the amount of leverage in corporate America, and where we are today, you definitely are inflating a bubble here in credit.
Is the elasticity or malleability of the system there so we can respond and react when we get that? Or is it a jump condition where it's going to be ugly?
You know, one of my colleagues at Guggenheim likes to say that asset prices go up on an escalator and they come down.
Well, normal.
And
Absolutely.
they come down in an elevator,
yeah.
right? So the problem is, since nobody I know is smart enough to figure out when the music stops, you know, I think that's a really difficult thing for people to try to time.